Let's fix the code P0441 on my Volkswagen Golf R. As you can see here, we got the launch scanner hooked up, and then we got P0441 evap emission control incorrect purge flow. And there's also an idle control higher than expected, and then fuel measuring system. Hopefully this purge valve fixes all three of those. This is what the valve looks like, also known as N80, and it is the evap purge valve. For my Mark 6 Golf R with the EA113 engine, it is actually right here, pretty easily accessible, right in the front of the engine by the intake manifold. On other Volkswagens, you'll have to probably look around a little bit, but it's somewhere in the intake manifold area. Okay, so it is very easily accessible right here. I got a flathead, there's one piece of hose going to the intake manifold, and then one leaving, which goes to the charcoal canister. All right, let's see if we can just slip it off. There we go. Now with it off the hoses, I got a little bit better access to the electrical connector, so I can pop that up and get it out. There we go. Going back in, we'll hook up the electrical connector first. Just like that, you hear the click. There we go, that's all the way on there. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is gonna be a lot easier if I take off this blow-off valve and I can rotate this blow-off valve out of the way. This stubby bit kit I have from VIM will actually be perfect for this, so let's find the 30. There we go, that gives us some more clearance. There we go, back on the bracket. There's that hose clamp. Push that all the way on there. Push our clamp into position. And there we go, it's replaced. Pretty simple. Definitely want to hook our blow-off valve back up. After running for a little bit, I still have the code, so I'm gonna clear them, go do a 20-minute drive, and then recheck. Okay. Clear code, yes. Clear fault memory complete. All right, let's go drive it. So just to go over a couple of the symptoms I was having, I was getting a high kind of like sporadic idle, especially after I drove for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. I assume what was happening is all of those fuel tank vapors were building up in there and they weren't releasing well or getting sucked out by the intake properly. And so anytime I'd come to a stop, I'd be like, or sometimes it would just like, from RPM, it would be really slow to idle down. Like if I was coming to a stop, it would stay at like 2,000 RPMs and then take a while to drop down and then idle hunt. So another issue I was having with this is once my tank got low and I'd go to fill up on gas, immediately after trying to fill up on gas, the car didn't want to start at all. I would actually have to add throttle and, kind of dump some fuel in there to get it to get going. And that's another common issue with this evap purge valve. So it's a pretty cheap part. I think off of ECS Tuning, it was like 25 bucks for a brand new OEM one, and that's where I got it from. I'll include a link in the description down below for the new purge valve. Something you can also try if you're having this issue, say after you go drive for a while, 30 minutes, hour longer, and you're having that idle issue, once you get home, take your gas cap off and leave it off. Let your gas cap vent just to atmosphere like that, and then put it back on and go try and drive it again and see if that temporarily fixes your issue. Drove the car for about 15-20 minutes. Let's go ahead, rehook up the scanner and check for codes again. So after driving for 15-20 minutes, none of those codes have come back on. That's looking good. The only code I currently have is a steering angle sensor, and that's because I've currently coded out my traction control from working. If this video helped you solve your issue, do me a favor, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for future videos. Y'all have a good one now. Peace out.